XRP is set to explode, y'all. Let me share some news with you guys. This is some good stuff. Hang around. I'll only be a couple minutes. Take a listen to this.
Massive changes in the $23 trillion world of big finance. In the months ahead, central banks around the world are planning to go digital. Many of the legacy banks you've heard of, where you probably even keep your money, like Bank of America, Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, they're about to be reset, overhauled by a new type of technology called fintech, which is short for financial technology.
Yeah, can I ask you, what exactly does that mean for the banks and all of us, you and me?
Essentially, it means the function of our banks is about to change. They probably won't raise public suspicion about it by changing the signs on your bank's branches. But according to my sources, the Federal Reserve will soon own all the banks. And your local branch, it's simply going to be like a licensee of the Fed. In other words, the banking infrastructure is being rebuilt from the ground up. And very few Americans are aware this is even happening. We are right on the verge of.
Very few Americans are aware that this is happening. And this is why we say, we put God first in this channel. We got intel from the Lord, and it's for revival, but we were told years ago about XRP. Bitcoin has been the premium highlight of cryptocurrency, but we've been the foolish ones holding XRP. Well, that's all about to change. The script is about to flip. The switch is about to flip, and it's about to be all about XRP. So listen to what she says here.
Of a once-in-a-generation opportunity to.
Once-in-a-generation opportunity. Let me backtrack it a little.
We are right on the verge of a once-in-a-generation opportunity to profit by investing in the companies that are building out the architecture for this massive shift. Put simply, financial technology is revolutionizing the $23 trillion old guard banking industry.
And many people are not aware. So listen to this. Let me just play this again.
Structure is being rebuilt from the ground up. And
so the financial structure is being rebuilt from the ground up. Now I got a word from a friend who's his close friend told him, I told you this, I said it on the live, I made a video about it. They either work for Cisco or Oracle. And they said they have one job, and that is to set up the banks. They're working with like over 1,800 banks, setting them up to receive the XRP token and system. So it's all lined up, guys. We could literally be days away. I got a couple more things to share, so just hang on. Hang tight. Take a look at this. This is what's going on, guys. XRP this week. Government reopens. That just came in. They're reopening on Wednesday. 300 billion liquidity hits. SEC greenlights 7 XRP ETFs. 15 billion inflows from ETFs. Take away 6 to 8 billion XRP off exchanges forever. Exchanges already empty. Hello, brother Luke. Talking about the gate is closing. The Lord showed him that. I mean, close to a year ago now. The gate is closing on this thing. Upbit. He's got less than 5 billion XRP. Bitstamp, a little greater than 10 million. Evernorth OTC hovering up every sell. $10 will be the new floor. We will see. So if not a big week, definitely a big month for XRP. And probably a lot of the ISO coins, because they're supposed to go live this month. Let me just see. So I played that. I got one more to play for you guys. All right, take a listen to this.
This is why the XRP ETF is such a big deal. Because here's how this plays out. The moment the SEC approves an XRP ETF, everything changes. Wall Street gets a green light to allocate. And if you think they're going to miss a chance to buy an asset built for global finance under $10, think again. That ETF demand will absorb supply at an insane pace. And unlike Bitcoin, XRP supply is actually shrinking through every transaction via the burn mechanism. XRP is designed to get more valuable with use. Now couple that with Ripple's RLUSD pushing more volume through the XRPL, and XRP's value engine becomes exponential. Think of it like this. RLUSD adoption, volume, bridging, XRP burns, lower supply, plus ETF demand, explosive price action, and yes, we're seeing it in real time. $500 million in RLUSD in 6 months, 604% growth. Second fastest growing stablecoin globally. And Ripple's just getting started. Now here's the part few are talking about. Ripple didn't even need to build RLUSD. They were already solving cross-border payments using other stablecoins and XRP. But they realized something powerful. Owning the stablecoin layer means controlling the velocity of volume across the entire ledger. And volume harks power. Because if you're moving billions of dollars across a decentralized ledger, you decide the rules of engagement. You can optimize the flow, you can maximize efficiency, you can extract the most value, and deliver it to XRP holders through reduced supply and increased relevance. That's the game Ripple is playing. They're not just building a coin, they're rebuilding financial plumbing for the 21st century. And once that becomes obvious to Wall Street, to regulators, to everyday investors, the floodgates open. Let's zoom out. This is why the XRP use XRP. Think powerful. Think means the entire ledger. And volume harks power.
Volume equals power.
Because if you're moving billions of dollars across a decentralized ledger, you decide the rules of engagement. You can optimize the flow, you can maximize efficiency, you can extract the most value, and deliver it to XRP holders through reduced supply and increased relevance. That's the game Ripple is playing. They're not just building a coin, they're rebuilding financial plumbing for the 21st.
That's what I wanted to play. They're not just building a coin, they're building the plumbing for global finance in the 21st century. You know, you can say what you want. We're not chasing money here. The Lord is definitely, I'm in this because I know he showed me this coin over and over again. But I think doing diligence, doing some homework on it, definitely not obsessing over it. Or remember, we don't chase the promise, we chase the promise keeper, the promise giver. We don't chase after the resource, we go after the source. But you know, he gave us this coin. I do some research. I do some videos like this at night. I tell people this is my tent maker. YouTube pays me to do these videos. And but looking at this coin, it's just amazing the opportunity that we have with this coin. I do believe it'll be bigger than Apple, Amazon, like getting in Apple, Amazon, Google in their infancy. All the money doesn't flow through Google. All the money doesn't flow through Amazon. But it looks like all the money, they've been saying that from day one, XRP, all the money. It does look like most of the money is going to flow through XRP. I mean, over the last couple of years, I've been doing videos on this, from oil to real estate in Dubai, to the BRICS, to Russia, China, South Korea, now all the US banks coming on, the ETFs coming out. I mean, it's easily in the trillions already. Bank of England moves $1 trillion a day. Now, we're not even talking about the SWIFT network. SWIFT network moves 3 to 5 trillion a day, which talking about even if XRP gets like 12% of the SWIFT network, which I believe it'll get more, you're pushing XRP to $50, $100 a coin just with that alone. So now you can see how this coin can easily get into the thousands. And anyhow, I pray the Lord blesses y'all. Come on the live tomorrow. And bring your prayer requests. We want to pray for you. Share the word. Jump on in. It's free. It's free to subscribe. And we want to know who you are, where you're from. We want to pray with you, pray for you, pray for your family, especially if you know anybody that's sick or dealing with any kind of. If you need a miracle, God's been pouring out miracles through our prayers, and it's because He's a miracle working God, and because He's a good Father. It's His will to give us the kingdom. We just got to flow in our God-given authority and dominion. In Jesus' name, God bless you all.